Welcome. We are back. Second day in a row. I am extremely scattered today. But check this out. Okay, I just loaded in. We've got our rock golem dude. I've fixed pathfinding. He doesn't get stuck anymore. He should be pushing trees around. He doesn't really seem to do that much, but that might be the collision shapes. Like, that thing should have been pushed around a little bit, I think. I'm going to work on that, see what's up. Anyway, I'm extremely scattered, mostly because I am severely withdrawing from watching YouTube and scrolling on my phone. Because I have quit all, basically all entertainment. Just in general. The only thing I can do is work on my game or work on work. But otherwise, well, I guess I can technically text people. But I'm doing basically a tech fast, which includes making my phone grayscale, deleting all the apps, the doom scroll apps, and not even allowing myself to go on my computer to do anything other than work on game development, streaming, or my actual work. And I gotta say, literally I started today, and I got so bored in the morning that before noon, I basically ended up cleaning the entire apartment, which is unheard of for me. But I was just so bored because there's nothing else to do. So I got other stuff done because I couldn't just stare at my phone or at YouTube all day. Anyway, the point is, I don't know what the point is. All I know is my brain is slightly fried because it hasn't had its doom scrolling in, a good 24 hours. And, yeah, so we'll see if it results in some sort of hyper focus on this. Let me get my links posted. Throw those in the Discord. Okay, that's good to go. Nice. Here, let me look at this tree. So I was just adding this in. I have this tree shake detect, right? And then I'm detecting the collision from all of these guys. But I don't really need to detect this. So we have legs. Let's see. It's not legs. Okay, it's head. Get rid of that. Shoulder. Get rid of that. Shoulder. Get rid of that. That. Lower arm. Nope. Fist. No. Fist. No. Body. Yes. Okay. What we're going to do is we're just going to throw an area 3D. Area 3D. Boom. We're going to call this shake trees. Give it a collision shape. This collision shape. Sphere shape. Let's do a size of 5. No, let's do a size of 10. Okay, sick. I'm going to bring this up a bit to like right there. Okay. I'm just going to give it this big size for now. We'll do this shake collision. We're going to put it on layer 12. Okay. Now this shake detect is on, looks at layer 12. Okay, sweet. Right now we have a body entered and body exited. We don't want that. What we will do is area entered. Receiver method. I never actually thought about the fact that you can like change the name here. But This will work. Area exited. Okay, in our rock golem, this is rock. Yeah, okay. Rock golem. We'll do this. If area dot get parent is rock golem. Okay, and then we're going to go if can shake. Okay, let's give this a shot. I'm just trying to make the trees shake when they walk by. Okay, we got some shaking. Nice. Way too much. That is okay. And these are way too big. Okay, nice. So duration, we're going to do 0.2. Shake range, we're going to do like 3. And on this detection zone, we're going to make this collision shape 0.3, I guess. That should work. Okay, I can already tell they're shaking way too much. Boom. Okay, we're gonna do duration 2.0, and then we're gonna go on our shake timer start. We're gonna do 2.0. Yeah, we'll do 2.0. Okay, and then here we're just gonna do like 1. Our shake range tells us how much it should be able to shake. And now they should be a lot slower shaking. Yeah. Nice. Oh. Okay, he's still walking through our stuff because our stuff does not it doesn't seem to rebake anything. Like the nav mesh. Nice. Okay, so those trees shake for a bit. When he walks past. We will do some sort of sound effect for that as well. Okay, that's not bad. He's still walking through them, of course, but, you know. And he's walking through our base. Okay, what happens if I do, wait, this... Visible avoidance? If I do that, does it show my obstacles? Yes, it does. Okay. Okay, so we have all of these obstacles, but they just don't seem to want to actually change the navigation mesh. Let's look at our visible navigation. Yeah, so like we go here, right? And he decides he can just walk. Okay, he didn't walk in. But we still have navigation here. Now I'm going to do a foundation somewhere attached. Boom. It adds that one in and it cuts it out. But this is so crazy to look at. It's so hard to see anything. But it doesn't look like these other avoidance nodes are carving. Why are they not getting counted? Oh, they're not in the parent. That's why. Or they don't have the correct parent. So on this forest, I guess I could go over here and I mean, I could literally go through this. And do all this, but I think the better move is to just, what we'll do is we'll just start a new one. We'll rebuild our stuff. Everything from now on should get saved correctly. So if I just go here, and I go foundation, whoops, wood. Okay, let's get all this crap off of my screen. Okay, first things first. Let's build a little bridge. Oh my goodness. Need wood. Let's also just put up some lights. Brother. Do these just not have collision anymore? These trees. I think they don't. Oh, it was collision mask 1 and 2. That's terrain and structure. This is placeables. This is going to be trees and gather nodes, I guess. We're going to do that. Okay, now We have ground check for placeable spring arm. This looks at 1. Let's also make it look at 4. Seems about right. Might want it to be on 2 as well. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's start building our... Can you move, sir, please? Okay, let's build the little bridge. Now, he shouldn't be able to walk through this anymore. Nice. Now, as it stands right now, only the wooden or the square foundations have this like navigation blocking feature, so he's okay. He's not going inside. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and save this. I'm gonna go ahead and load. Okay. Now, if I go in here, I do visible navigation, press play again, and I load it, it should be up to date. Hey, I loaded and it rebaked. It took a little bit, but you can see it rebake. So now if I do that, boom, it rebaked again. It's not like instantaneous, but oh, we do need to fix that. Oh no, what are you doing, bro? I thought I fixed you. I could have swore everything was good to go with this guy. It's not a collision thing, right?
I don't know. I just got here.
Hey, Anonymous. What's up? How you doing? Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. What is this then? Let's go into script. We're gonna go print global position. We're gonna do this flip. Oh wow, that was loud. Thank you for the bit, man. Okay, so it's 8.9, 8.8. He's trying to get over here. It says it's a valid path. Why does it say it is a valid path? If I go 10, boom, he's good. Okay, I mean, this is working. It's just visible navigation. There's gonna be some other point where he gets stuck, though, right? How are you doing? I'm doing good. Not too bad. Oh, I'm trying to figure out some weirdness. Okay, if I load up. Weirdness with my nav system here. This guy He's supposed to check if there's a valid route to where he's trying to go. And it seemed like it was working for a bit. Let's give myself some light posts so I can kind of place them around. Seems like he's doing fine right now. We could do some sort of reset thing where it's like, if he's stuck in one spot for too long, then you know, he moves on. Okay, let's save, load. Okay. I guess we'll see. Let's make him look way cooler. We are going to have to work in the cave idle, caving, and uncaving as well. But let's start with this. What was it? I guess we can just go into Blender and create a little thing. We need to make him have the emissive materials. Although we might be able to just open up our... Yeah, I think we can. We can just open up our other project and pull that asset in. Let's go to Dark Forest, Assets, 3D. Creatures. I'm going to do a folder with like, we're going to do like extra details. I guess, whatever. Where did I put this? Okay, never mind. Never mind, we'll just do a new one. Grab this, delete, Shift A. Let's add a cube. Let's go to object mode or edit mode. Go here. Go to our wireframe. This is way too much geometry. We're just going to do this. Okay, sweet. Extra details, we're going to call this Bio Rock. Save, we're going to do that. We're going to add a material to it. This material... Are you freezing on me, Blender? Is that what's going on? Yep, you are. Nice. Chill and wait for Blender to come back. Ah, there we go. Okay. I'm gonna do this. Ooh. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's import this. Everything is taking a while. Okay. Bio rock blend. Okay. We can do a new scene. Bio rock. It's going to be a 3D scene. Okay. Then we can go bio rock. Instantiate. Boom. Sick. Go to our rock golem. We're going to go first on the body. Duplicate that. We're going to go up to here. Okay. Throw a bio rock in the fist. Okay, we're gonna go on the left shoulder. Okay, let's just see how that looks. Okay, we need more. And it needs to be more emissive. So here we're going to do 2. Nice. Okay. And then we should have a decent amount of glow from the emission, right? Okay. Rock golem. Okay, let's do one like on the leg. Okay, let's see how this looks. Okay, it's more emissive. Dev, Taro, what's up? Cool Golem, thank you, brother. Still need the mossy look as well. Okay, you can see a bit of glow, which I like. Does avoid our structure, which is nice. He still walks slightly through it, but a foundation there, but so I can only place it at the start. Whatever. Okay, let's do now the problem is he might think that he can go under here or something. Hey, Taro, I appreciate that. Appreciate the follow, man. So he might think that he can go underneath this, which is an issue. Save game, load game, okay. Hey, Dreamfair, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. How's it going, man? Yeah, so this is going to be something I'll have to think about is like, is he going to try to walk through things? He can already walk through houses slightly by his arms going through them. But right now, the only thing that changes the navigation mesh is the foundation, but I wonder, do they calculate? He calculates in height, right? So agent height, I can set his agent height to be like 15 or something. something high enough to where when it calculates in, well, does it calculate in this stuff? Let me take a look. So navigation region, navigation layers. Okay, collision mask. 1, terrain and structure. Okay. Okay. Agent, height. Floor to ceiling height that will still allow the floor area to be considered walkable. So, if I do something like 15, then I go here, load game. Oh, I need to do visible navigation. Okay, save. Let's load this up. Okay. Now, what happens if I do this? Foundation. Oh, look at that. Nice. Okay, it's adjusting that. Now, what happens if I do this? Deconstruct. Okay, that doesn't go away. However, if I place another foundation here, okay, no. Let me deconstruct this right here. And go place a foundation over here. Will that fill back in? Yes, it will. Sick. Okay. So deconstruct also needs to rebake, which is kind of crazy. Like, that's a lot of rebaking we're doing, but whatever. Stone hammer. So we're checking all this, and then we're doing place new structure or place component. Then we're doing nav mesh. Oh, it's because we're doing return false here. I think I might be able to just return true here. And that might just work. I don't know if there's any situation where I need to return false with deconstruct. If I do that, boom, and then deconstruct. Okay, that did not rebake. That rebaked. Oh, why am I still printing all of that? Let's go here, grab this, X. Okay. This is if. So return, we do that. Comp.build, return true, we do all this stuff. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, here we just deconstruct. Here I go var comp, place component. If comp, which comp should be true now. We do spend resources, which is Source geometry parsing for navigation mesh baking had to parse rendering server meshes at runtime. This poses significant. Okay, this is at 5 seconds in. Okay, that's fine. That I don't care about that much. Not currently. Why is this not rebaking? Current build component equals null, then we return. Okay, that's fine. If we are in here and we're not colliding, blah, 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 we return. If we have enough resources, then we pass. Otherwise, we return. Okay. I think with all this, what we can do is just that. Put that at the very end. Because otherwise we're returning in front of that. Okay, and then our place component. Oh wait, I think that's all we need. So it fills it back in there. Oh. Are we rebaking every time? Let me do this. Deconstruct. So it might just need to wait slightly, because we're just deleting that. But it must not be deleted yet. If it equals null, then we do this. If component equals deconstruct we could do that. I think this might be throwing it off. Then I think what we do is this. Copy. Still do this. Which means place component needs to return true on deconstruct. Yes. Because it has a component equals deconstruct return true. Here it should be a return false. Let's try this. Let's see what's up. Blip. Okay, it rebaked it. It's just now it's not rebaking it, which is good because we haven't done anything. But if I place over here, oh, whoops. If I go like this and then like that, and then deconstruct over here, that doesn't come back until I delete that, and then that comes back. Okay, so these are just deleting way too fast. We really probably should be doing some sort of a 0.2. We're going to do this for now. Fix later, aka never fix ever again. Never look at it again. Okay. Load game, boom. Foundation, blip. Okay. Okay, so now it takes, now it doesn't. It's just, it was deleting it too fast. Now we're doing a little wait. Oh. You can still put stuff underground, which is annoying. But look at that. Okay, if he... Oh, come on. Walk this way. No! Walk my way, so I can test something. Why must you always walk away? Okay. Oh. Okay, he's updating it. Nice. Okay, sick. Does this path still show up if I do no visible paths? Yes, it does, because it is on navigation agent. Okay. Nice. Okay. One thing is he is a little bit high up in the air. Goodness. Let's just bring him down half a meter. There we go. Okay, what I want him to eventually do let me think about this. Oh, we also need to do square ceiling. do this. Something like that. Save. Okay, so for that's for the ceiling. Now let's do our triangle foundation. Okay. Actually, this needs to be more like, what, 8? No, 6? Something like that. What's up, lunch? Dopamine maxing, attempting and trying. Okay, triangle, ceiling, boom, okay. Nice. Perfect. We are good. I think those are the only ones I really need to do that. If I run into any more, I can add them. Now, baking all of this geometry isn't actually that slow right now. But that's mainly because I am I'm only doing it within this this region here. This like purple region. But that's also kind of fine. I almost wonder if I could just continue to bake, like, let's say you move over to here. We just bake another section that's that big and we shut down anyone that's outside of it. People outside of the navigation mesh are just deactivated like creatures. They just don't move because you're outside of that area anyway. And then eventually they despawn and something like that. Okay, we've got a lot of light in the forest here. Now, obviously, he's not going to be moving around this much. Oh, look at that. It's like clipping in and out. because it's not actually attached to him. Or maybe that's attached to his leg. It might be. The reflection of that is a little bit weird, getting that through there. Is that the new mountain base idea, or is this an enemy? No, this is a not an enemy. I don't know. So the mountain base thing is potentially going to get pulled into this still, but this is a new project. I mean, it's kind of the same idea, but just refined and changed a bit. And I think the mountain base still could come into play. Oh, I don't run into trees anymore. Let's go ahead and go here. Make sure that we run into trees. There we go. This guy's huge. I might need to just scale him down like crazy. Make him like half the size. He is so big that it's just kind of tough. But I do love having him big. What happens if I scale him down a bit? Shake trees is still huge. But yeah, this guy will actually be a friendly. Okay, that's half size. Let's load the game. That might be too small. I mean, this is kind of cool, though. But he is supposed to be cave size, so let's do something like 0.7. Yeah, 0.7. Let's see how that is. Shake trees. We're gonna drop this down a bit, and then we're gonna do like that. It's not a bad size. Still don't want him to be... I still want him to be big. It's just then he clips through things so easily. That's a pretty good size right there, honestly. Toyota Tundra full cab sized, yeah. Oh, I love the reflection. But yeah, he's going to do stuff for you. So there's going to be some sort of corruptive element in the forest that you're kind of dealing with and cleaning up. And you can use him in certain ways. I'm thinking maybe you know, there's something that he really doesn't like. Or maybe something like if you... I'm trying to think of how to do it. Like maybe there's something that you can... that whenever he sees, you know, like a certain kind of material or something, he gets pissed off and attacks it or something, and then maybe you could put that on whatever corrupted vines or plants are in the scene. Or you just, like, bribe him and he just goes around and does it naturally. I don't know. But I like the idea of him just punching, like, big corrupted trees and stuff. Let's do a enter caving. Enter, oops, cave, idle. Enter uncave caving. I think that's what it was, yeah. Don't negotiate with terrorists, yes. Oh. I'm torched. I've been up since like 5 and I got like 3 hours of sleep last night, so. Okay, enter caving is what we're gonna do. When you find a spot, we're going to do this. Caved idle, uncave, and cave. Okay. Nap timer timeout. Match. Current state. We're going to do state dot idle. Enter caving. State dot state.cave idle, okay. Ooh, I don't know. What's up, Veltarden? Limbo AI is pretty neat for making state machines and behavior trees. You can just write the function that your NPCs use and make them useful through all states. Yeah, I don't know. States is like state management is difficult. I'm trying to think this through. I'm just doing like a simple loop, so I don't really need to. Let's see. When we get somewhere, if we're walking. No, if we're idle. Is greater than 0, so we're doing a 50-50 chance here. Something like that. That's right. It's pretty hard to manage them, but you could learn if you aim for a greater scope. Yeah, and I'm gonna actually need to do a proper state management for this, but right now I just kind of want to get him like moving around and setting up a cave, because this guy he basically turns into a cave because he's a big rock golem. But I don't know if I'm gonna worry about this right now. We're gonna do. Nav timer timeout. Enter walk. Okay. Here. Enter idle. We're just going to do enter caving. Enter caving just does animation player dot play. Caving. Caving? I think that's it. No, just cave and then there's uncave. Then we can do here, we can do uncave, anim keys. We're going to do one for each of these. Here we can do cave and uncave. And then here in our anim keys, we can do new animation, cave, new animation, uncave. Okay, and then on these we need to make sure that they're the same length. So this is what? I'll just do 5 seconds for both. Yeah. Five seconds there. We're going to do a call method track. This is on uncave. So then we're going to go to on this. Okay. Insert key. Enter idle, I guess, for now. Okay. Then we go to cave. Make this 5 seconds. Do a call method. Rock golem, go here, insert a key, enter cave idle. So, caved idle, we're playing that, and then we can do caved idle. Here, do a new one, caved idle, even though we don't really need to use this one. That's going to be looping. Nav timer start, state.cavedidle. So if it's this, then we do enter uncaving. So on if current state equals state dot cave idle, enter uncaving. For now, we can just do this. Else, enter walk. Okay, enter caving needs, yeah, wait, that's just cave. We're gonna do current state equals state dot caving. Here we're gonna do cave idle. Here we're gonna do uncaving. Idle, we already have that. Walk, we already have that. Let's see if it just breaks. It may. He is a sliding. That's because he keeps moving. Okay. State dot caving. Yeah. State dot uncaving and state dot cave idle. We're gonna do for all of these every tick stop. Okay, let's do this again. Okay, he's now in his caved up position. Now he's uncaving. He's caving again. Okay. We do, his loop is a little strange, obviously. When we do a new nav target, we need to make sure that this is always going to give us a certain like minimum range. And actually, we don't need this, first of all. We just need... No, we do need... So if it's less than 10, if the absolute value is less than 10 or but then we got to do our negative sign thing. How do I do this to make it have a good range? Let me think here. Let me look at my other projects. I could just do like 15, 15, and then this is probably terrible, but if R1 is equal to 0, randex equals negative randex. I mean, this is a terrible way to do this, but should give us some sort of a minimum range. Asteron, what's up? How you doing? Okay. Now he will move a minimum specific range. Okay, now he's doing this loop way too often. Of course, we will mess with that, make sure he doesn't, because I basically want him to like be walking around and then for like a full, you know, maybe 15 minutes he caves up like that. Nice. Tried VS Code Copilot to see how far I can push it to make a PSP game using PS Dev SDK. Worked so far, got it to render a grid, a cube, and controller support. Okay. Nice. Ooh. He's coming. Is he going to knock me over? Nope. I'm going to sit on top of it. Have you used any other like cursor or anything else, Asteron? Okay, this is decent enough progress, I think. This is pretty good. Creature pathfinding, we actually have like a pretty okay system for this so far. It's not bad. Some of the creatures are going to need different nav meshes though, which is annoying. It's so annoying having to do it for different agent sizes. The fact that you can't just like tell the agent to be a certain size and then it knows how far it can go from the boundary. Like that would be sick. Because we have that, don't we? Like if I go to my navigation agent, we have like height and radius on this avoidance thing. So why can't we just have that on a nav map? I don't even know what that is. Oh, cursor. Just the VS Code AI. Let's see. Cursor. It's built off of VS Code. So I haven't used it in a little while because I ended up using, but it's just cursor.com, cursor AI if you look it up. But I haven't used it in a while because I've actually used VS Code with Klein, which is pretty solid. Very similar, I guess, to Cursor. It's just that Cursor kind of did the full build, like the full. They took VS Code, forked it, and made like the full AI code editor first. Like they were one of the first ones, but VS Code with Copilot and with like something like Klein, where it's a chat built into your Copilot. That's just you're able to hook that up to like Open Router and just buy your own tokens. That works too. But something like Cursor would be great. I think I haven't tried like Claude Code or anything. I don't know how much it costs. It's probably expensive. But there's a lot of that. Using the Copilot plugin and the LLM from GitHub Actions so it can mess with repos. Yeah. That would be, same thing or similar, very similar. I found a decent workflow with AI on my software project, but I still haven't finished it because I feel like I've leaned a little too heavily on the AI. And the problem is when you're dealing with like a product that you want to have users on, you want to make sure it's, good. $10 a month. Okay. How Adulting Works says, what would be considered industry standard for AI assisted code editing? I think something like Cursor or maybe Claude Code. I haven't actually looked at Claude Code. But Cursor, let's look at Claude Code over here. So Claude subscription, which this can be pretty spendy. Quick start. Let's see here. Terminal or command prompt. Claude subscription, blah, blah, blah. Okay, you install it. Log into your account. Start your first session. Oh, you go to your product and then do Claude, and then that opens up, I assume, the code editor, right? Create custom sub agents. Yeah, this is where you get into like the having multiple agents and stuff, which I've never really gone that far. Literally, the furthest I've done is like making sure that the AI, like using Klein or something, that it generates its own documentation into a folder, so then I can start a new task. It can catch itself up on the project and the next tasks and stuff. So like markdown folders that give it context, that sort of thing. That works pretty well. But yeah. But I don't have enough experience to really give like great advice. Mostly just experimenting. Do not plan on using it for a product. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing is I'm almost done with my product, but it's like when you're dealing with users that are paying for a product, it's like want to be careful. And for like game development, I really only use AI for the stuff that I just really don't want to have to do and think about. So it'll be like a little where's my tree? Like this here. You can tell this is AI generated because it has comments. Shake in one direction, shake in the opposite direction. This is from my previous project and I just copy pasted it over here. But it's like I just don't want to have to figure out how to tween these rotation degrees in the right way, and this did a decent job. But for everything else, I'm just hand coding it because I just enjoy it. I like doing it. Okay. Let me take a quick look over here. That's pretty much good to go. Water, fluid sim. We have water, obviously, but it's just one shader. It's not real advanced. Better terrain is something that we need to do. Something we need to just look into and research. Because we need to do procedural. Saving and loading. We will need that. Better state system needed. But otherwise, he's added at least. We have some like placeables and stuff. We do need to figure out how we're going to do zip lines and bridges, like hanging bridges. So we have this thing called placeables that at first I was thinking like, oh, I could do that. Like have a use my placeable system for my zip line and stuff. But like, let's say this was my zip line, right? And I want to place it and have it go all the way up there. How do I do this exactly? Like I have it here and then it floats in front of me. I guess the scene itself could have like a raycast that goes out and shows like where it's going to hook up. But then you need it to like go, you need to be able to place it on the ground, which doesn't really make sense. How does like a light post, like this is a tall thing, you still have to look at the ground. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if placeables is the thing, even though it would be really cool. It'd be really cool to have like a little wobbly bridge or something that I could just place one right here and then continue to look out and place the other one. Like, I don't know. I might just have to have a different system entirely. Or I just make it so you have to build them using the hammer. And then it would be something like this, where instead of... I have no idea. We're going to figure it out, though, because I do want to do some sort of like zip line and bridge system for things that you don't want to build using like full wood. Can't ride on top of him anymore. Well, you never could on this guy, but... I do need to add some sound effects for that guy. I need to add plenty more forest creatures. But I don't know. I'm thinking. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty tired here. Since like I said, I had a long day. Woke up at like 5. And only had like a couple hours of sleep. So I might get off and just chill. I'm pretty happy with this though. We got some things ironed out. I do just love this rock golem. He's great. But yeah, we'll keep punching away. The thing is, I've got a solid week and a half, a solid week or so of streaming before I have to take yet another break for like a couple weeks. Which, you know, I'm trying to be consistent. Of course, I was sick last week. But I've been fairly consistent while I can over the past couple weeks. So we're going to try to have a good, nice, consistent week or so of streaming before I have to take a break for a couple weeks. AKA go have my wedding. And then when I come back from that, then we'll be good to go to keep busting out work here. But yeah, I think I'm going to take off though. I appreciate you guys for watching. This is a short stream, I know, but like I said, I'm pretty worn out. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you for the subs, Dreamfair and Taro. I don't know how to say your name, but thank you. Appreciate it. In the YouTube chat, How Adulting Works, Velterden as well. Appreciate you. Asteron, see you later, man. You too, man. Good to have you here. Hello, Lunch, of course. Good to see you. Anonymo, appreciate you as well. But yeah, thanks, guys. I will see you all later, and yeah, I should be on again tomorrow. So.